made his acting debut at age 7. And then he retired and went back to being a kid. And then when that gig was over, he returned to the stage and screen, appearing in such films as The Empire Strikes Back and Lady Sings the Blues. And at the end of this month, he's got 2 made-for-television movies on CBS, Courage with Sophia Loren and Oceans of Fire. And he has a feature film coming out. Look how busy he is. #1 with a bullet. It's called, please welcome, Billy D. Williams.
Nice to see you.
Thanks.
The last time I saw you, I think it was at Santa Monica. You know, it was many years ago. I used to go to that Cleaners on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's right there.
That's
right
long
across the
time
street.
ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Nice to see you come in there every now and again.
Yeah, that's like going with my 2 pair of pants. I'd be wearing one. I'd say, get this one done as soon as you can.
You were always very chic.
Yeah, I tried it. It always looked good with the 2 pants. You know, that's where you buy everything that matches. You can switch it around. The vest, you turn it inside out, that kind of stuff.
Actually, that's how I buy my clothes. I buy all of these different things so I can sort of match things up like a painting. You know?
Yeah, right. Well, you were a painter. Well, you still are a painter.
I'm still a painter.
So you have that eye for it, see?
But I get bored so easily, you know. I just, I got to be doing something all the time. I got to be creating and doing something all the time. I got to be stimulated all the time, you know.
That must make it rough. How much do you sleep? Yeah. As if, of all the people who would never understand that statement, like, what does that mean? You know, Grace Jones saying, I don't understand what stimulation all the time means. You know, I gotta ask you something. When you were 7 years old, you're on the stage, you got a thing going, and then you just slip out and go back to being a kid. Then you get that bug, man. I mean, like, wow, this is it.
Well, actually, you know what happens? You know, I've always said that I was destined for this business because I never really looked for this business. My mother started me in this business when I was about 6.5, 7 years old. And whenever I say this, people never really know who the hell I'm talking about, and I really date myself a little bit. But Kurt Weill. Anybody know who Kurt Weill is? Okay. Kurt Weill, of course, did a lot of. He wrote a lot of the books. I guess they would call them books for Brecht. Brecht. Who wrote them? No, Weill wrote the music and Brecht wrote the books. Okay, so I really had an opportunity to meet some of the most extraordinary people at a very early point in my life, like Brecht, Lade Lenya, and whom I worked with on the stage and used to give her lines all the time when she forgot the lines. And I used to make faces at the kids in the audiences and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, people like John Marianis and people like George S. Kaufman, Moss Hart, you know.
But how'd you give it up? I mean, there's all this excitement in it.
You know, I auditioned right after that I was growing very fast at the time, so that I couldn't really do a lot of the shows. You know, I was just getting too big. But the last audition I had was with a play that Burgess Meredith was directing, and I had to say a line that was a rather derogatory line, and I don't really remember exactly what it is, but as a boy at that age, I knew that it was wrong. I said that I couldn't say it because it was demeaning to my people. That's what I said. You know, this is Moses speaking, right?
Wow. So you took a stand, and that was the end of the career.
And I don't know exactly where that came from, except that probably, you know, I come from a family who are very strong-minded people, and they're West Indians. And that really makes a difference.
That's West Indian for yes, right on.
No, West Indians are very. You know, a lot of people don't know a lot about West Indians. I got some great old photographs at home. My mother and I were looking at them the other day, as a matter of fact. But you see a whole lifestyle that a lot of people really don't know. It's particularly, I guess, if you're talking about British West Indians. Yeah. You know, and much of what I think and much of what I do is based on the kind of arrogance that what they usually call West Indian arrogance.
Pride. I call it pride.
Pride, West Indian pride. It's very interesting. But anyway, yeah, I went on to being a regular kid, and, you know, playing ball and hanging out with the rest of the kids, which I think is always really a good idea. And listen to me run my mouth like crazy here.
No, you're right. But I'll tell you the thing. You know, here you are a kid, and then this I can't believe. And they say this is true, and I can't believe this. You know, you are one of the best-looking guys in America. I mean, that's always been a fact, right?
That's so nice of you.
You're one of the best-looking guys. And then someone said
good
that,
doctor, you know?
no, you're not a good doctor. It's all there. And then someone said that when you were a kid, you were actually
Chubby, yeah.
chubby, and you watch your friends getting all the girls, and you thought someday I'm going to grow up to be Valentino. You were chubby.
Yeah, I made that statement to my mother one time. You know, I said that I was going to grow up to be, because she always talked. They always said in the house. They always talked about Rudolph Valentino. You know, and so one day I just said, one day I'm going to be just like Rudolph Valentino. But
Only here, he only. I heard Rudolph.
Right, yeah, Rudy was like, that's the 20s, right?
But I was always the kind of kid, yeah, that was the 20s. But I grew up in the, what,
He played Zorro. Do you know he played Zorro, I think, once? Well, he dressed a lot like you.
Yeah, well, thank God I could
Maybe you wanted to be Valentino.
No.
Well, how did that, if all the movies you did, all the movies you did. Now, forget the best one, all the movies you did, what did you have the most fun doing? I mean, what was the best role?
Well, the one movie I liked all the movies I did. I really enjoyed all of them, but I guess I really had a lot of fun doing, I mean, really, when we're talking really in terms of a lot of fun,
Yeah.
I guess the Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars and Motor
I
Games.
love that movie.
Yeah.
I thought Richie Pryor, I love that movie. That was one. That was a combination of being funny and saying something.
Yeah.
And everybody was such a heavy actor in that.
Yeah,
Of
it's a
course, Richie
classic.
Pryor, you know, he's like
Yeah.
7 Sheets to the Wind, you know?
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Working with him is really an experience, huh, Pryor?
Yeah, it was. But I knew him for a long time.
Yeah, I have too.
I don't spend a lot of time with comedians, you know, because comedians I call them usurpers. They take a lot. They take a lot of energy from me. You know?
Yeah, they get inside of you. They're like parasite, you know? They get in there. We just get in there and we just eat away. You know? This person's good.
No, you know, what you're dealing with is a really facile mind. You're dealing with a mind that's very quick and it's always interested, constantly in interest all the time.
They can't relax.
You know, they can't relax. So, you know, so everything becomes an object for some idea.
Yeah,
some
you always
thought,
think,
something
Joe,
that's
everything
going
becomes
on.
funny.
Yeah.
Everything becomes weird.
Yeah, or absurd.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
word to me, absurdity. Everything becomes an absurdity.
Like you're real absurd to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm a... Because I call myself a walking absurdity all the time. People never understand that when I say that.
We'll be back with more of the Walking and Zorro right after this. You know, sometimes you don't have enough time when you really want to have the time. And when you're with people like this, you want more time, but we don't have the time. So I want to thank Grace Jones and Billy D. Williams for coming here and tell you tomorrow night we have Burt Young and Robert Palmer. Okay, good night.
Services provided and promotional fees paid.